Do they do it again? Do they just first phase it?
No, I don't think they will this time because they don't have that pick in the draft order.
Mm.
Well, actually, they do, don't they? Yeah, because for God's sake, I always keep forgetting. Oh
Wow.
my God!
Venge Medusa, right? Come on, anti-mage right now, right?
There's surely not. Maybe they do. They may be like, yeah, dude, we just pick AM.
Yeah, just do it.
I actually think TB's good as well though because it can come online earlier than the AM and it can actually fight into the Dusa at an earlier point. Naga's still in the pool if they want to go for that as well.
Oh, yeah. And they'll go TB. All right, Mo. All right, I see you.
I'm on a mad one today.
Well, you got to guess all the picks right when your entire salary's on RNG.
Yeah, that's true. After being all in on Vici last time, I'm going to be 4 for 1 now.
Yeah.
With the for my odds with my salary if I win this.
Damn. I need to be making the 4 times salary. Please. Ooh, ban the timber. Okay. I feel like we don't. What was that? Like the first time he's been banned or second time he's been banned? I don't see it that much.
It's not happened often, is it? But if they're looking at picking a physical damage kind of lineup for around this Venge Dusa, like the timber ban makes sense. Again, I'm already looking at these heroes that kind of counter physical damage in a way, like the Pangolier for RNG maybe, or what else could we go for? Like these Crimson Guard builders, there's a lot of those. I'm not even going to go there.
Ban the Pango.
Yeah, they do ban the Pango.
Ban the Bat Rider. Bat Rider's seen a lot of bans today. Not given an opportunity to be played so far. I think he's been banned in every game.
What, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not actually sure. That would be a good stat. Feels like it does feel like he's been banned every game.
Cup of water you just dropped over there?
It was just something on the side. No, there's no water, unfortunately. That would be funny. You just get to see me panic on camera.
Oh, thankfully, I was off camera when I did that. I did that 2 weeks ago. Or it might have even been more recently. I think if you go into the Dota TV of that game, you'll just hear me going and cursing and being so upset I spilt water everywhere. And it was like all over my desk. Like it was a full cup of water. I was so happy nothing got ruined. Actually, I haven't turned on my PlayStation since, so who knows? It could be broken. Ban the Storm Spirit. And the Sniper. Yeah, get that out of here.
I think Lycan's still in the pool as well.
And that's a hero,
they have TV, don't they?
That's a hero we haven't seen really at all. Like once or twice, I think eHome got it.
I think Ember's pretty good for somebody here, probably RNG as well. But the problem is, like, you're going to be picking it blind. I think DK's decent for RNG as well, if they really want to play that. Like, you kind of give the Dusa a free lane, which is really annoying, but yeah, it's still okay. Like, overall. And then you can flex the DK between 2 and 3 as well.
Hear me out.
Yeah, okay.
Can you go back to the Doom mid for RNG?
I don't think so. Not when you have TB Centaur. I don't think. You need something with a little bit more damage, I think, early on.
Yeah.
Like some kind of Kunkka or something, right, that goes halberd. I really like this Centaur pick that they have Shadow Demon Centaur now. Really strong laning combo.
Are they going to lane together? Because I was thinking maybe if they go to the Shadow Demon 5 and pick up like a Rubik, go Rubik 4.
It doesn't look like a great Rubik game at the moment. I think Rubik Shadow Demon as a support combo is pretty rubbish as well. Mirana's still in the pool if they want to go for it on RNG, which is okay. If we get Mirana just completely ignored this draft, I'd be so happy, actually.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot. So,
do they want to play Venge Core and Aster? I feel like it's definitely one of their support heroes, the way they... I mean, I said that, though, about the other team as well, who was at Vici and LGD. But they liked both playing the offlane Venge. They'd probably look to pick their 5 here, knowing they're laning up against Centaur. Maybe something like Undying might be okay, gives good burst damage against the TB as well. But they probably want something a little bit more like catch orientated. I would assume like Disruptor's still in the pool actually that they could go for, but it feels pretty rubbish against Shadow Demon. They could pick another hero that works well with the Venge Aura as well if they really wanted to.
Ooh, pick Rubik themselves. I'm just gonna say it was a pick ban just to make myself feel better that maybe they're taking that away from RNG.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's one of Fade's best heroes, though, right? He's insanely good on Rubik.
Yeah.
Has to be said. Like, so it's never going to be a bad pick. I don't know how much I like it, but
Oh, so the 5 Elder Titan. Okay.
I was desperately trying to think about what they would pick there, and that is definitely not one I would have gone for.
LGD have played this a lot. They've been putting X Nova on it, so interesting. I mean, would you rather a 4 Shadow Demon or a 4 Elder Titan?
I think you play 4 Shadow Demon with the Centaur, and then you help the Elder. We put the your Elder Titan with the TB in the lane, like wherever they go. I assume it's going to be Centaur and Shadow Demon in the off lane. They need some like catch at the moment on Aster. They need like because this Elder Titan and Shadow Demon have to die first in the fights. Otherwise, they have this like stomp save coming through. They've got the disruption coming through as well, which is why I think something like the Storm and the Void Spirit bans are so good. I'd be really surprised if they didn't pick like. I know it doesn't work well with the Deuce that well, but Ember's still really good. Okay, their Clockwork's good as well. That makes sense. Like if you ever get on the Elder Titan as Clockwork, he just dies every single time.
I would rather see the Clockwork core, honestly. I think the Venge core has just been super underwhelming today.
I wouldn't mind the Venge core if they put the Clockwork as a 4 with it, but maybe they could put Venge 1 as well with the Clockwork 5. That wouldn't be awful. I quite like Nature's Prophet last for Aster as well.
I think the difference, though, I think for Aster is I'm pretty sure SCCC's the Medusa player on this team, not Chuan. Whereas it was Somnus for LGD.
I think I've seen Chuan play it before. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure he did.
Let me take a look. I'll look at their Dota buff, see who's played it more recently.
Maybe it was a
SCCC played it against IGV the other day. And at ESL, but that was so long ago. So it's not like it's their most picked hero, but if anything, SCCC's played it more.
Mm-hmm.
Ban the TA, ban the Brood.
I still think Kunkka's pretty good for RNG.
Yeah, the control would be great. And the Tiebringers always feels very good. It just becomes how much can the Rubik get out of you? Because I feel like giving the X away might be bad.
And I still think Ember's okay as well. The problem is then they might pick like Viper or something. Oh, Aster have first pick overall, but in these last bit. Okay. What do they need? They could have Kunkka as well. Like it's really good for both teams actually. They need some like way of dealing with TB a little bit better. I think like burst damage. They could go for like Lena or something as well on Aster maybe. Yeah, they banned the Ember. Maybe like a Zeus. That's like the really out there pick.
Techies? No. Just thinking out loud here. Trying to think, because you've already banned so many mids. Like even Monkey King could have gone mid, Sniper, Brood, TA. Now you're up against the Invoker.
Tron loves that. Is it Chun or Tron? I don't know. Tron loves that hero. Like he's very good at it with this Quaswex Invoker. I still think Kunkka's really good.
Mid silencer?
What for RNG?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty awful. I don't think it does enough. I think he just dies every single fight to like Venge Clock and stuff. They need
Thinking
something
outside the box here, Mo. Come on.
A lot of the mid heroes are gone.
Just feels like Kunkka. It seems like the natural choice. Could they
like
go? Well, I mean,
Clinks?
DK's okay. Well, DK's not bad actually.
Yeah, DK's okay as well. I think Clinks is okay.
You think so?
Yeah, it makes it a little bit interesting. It's a bit okay. I was going to say static, but
There's that Marana. We couldn't avoid it.
don't know about this. Not sure I like this. Again,
Yeah,
I
it's
keep
set up
saying
okay.
it. Not a fan of Cormorana. Like, but they want to use the sets, right? That they found in the collector's cache. So
Yeah. Well, that's how you draft.
understandable. Yeah, that's why Master's been so popular.
If you're not drafting with your best sets in mind, then you're not drafting for real at all. Like this Rubik set from Fate is amazing.
Yeah, I love this set. It's not as good as the puppet one. That's the real winner for me.
Oh, I like that one a lot. I like this one. Just the headpiece on it is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Elder Titan, it's 5 Elder Titan. Like it sets up arrows for you even more. You've got Shadow Demon who sets up arrows for you. Centaur Stampede, Blink, Hoof Stomp. Like maybe you could set up here really well. You've got a frontliner. You have control. For Aster, they have control too, though.
This is the first safe lane DOTA we've seen, right?
Yes.
I wonder how it does in comparison to the mid, because like that hero loves having the XP, right, so that you can farm quicker with split shot and stuff. I wonder how good this hero is when it's like not getting the same amount of levels, because I feel like the TB, the reason the TB, like the Medusa can keep up with the TB and farm is because she gets the levels early on with the split shot and things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if they both get the same amount of XP at the same time, TB should farm quicker.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, it digs up a spin. Easy.
Easy 10-cent set. Nice.
Hey, better than more consumables.
Ah, you get more shovels.
Oh yeah, true. I love it when I use a portable consumable and then I get more portals.
Oh yeah, more portals. That's what it is this year, not shovels.
I was gonna let it slide, dude. You didn't have to throw yourself under the bus like that.
You know, I figured I might just hang out under this bus. Boca SCCC in this lane, so minus armor with Medusa.
30 seconds to battle.
See what Medusa does.
I was going to say, Elder Titan's gone boots first as well, which I actually think is really good up against this Rubik. Because otherwise what happens is he throws the spirit down to try and harass and he can't catch him up anyway.
Yeah. Is Super going to go top? Looks like it, right?
Yeah, he will. He's going to lane with the TB. Which I think if this ET ever gets caught out of position, I think he just dies to this like battery assault with the Rubik.
The battle begins.
2 for 2. I prefer Aster's lineup to their like in comparison to RNG's this time than last time. Last time it looked pretty awful for them, but I think this time they have a better chance of winning.
So one of the things that you used to see when Elder Titans would come in the safe lane is stacking this camp. But
this TB, by the way, has just blocked so hard that he's going to have the tower under his wave.
Ooh. The tower.
The tower under his wave. Well, technically that's true.
Yeah, you're right. That's the second time you've done that.
Jeez, my word jumbling these few days has been
spot on. I love it.
Second to none. None to second.
So here's the difference. Monet going into the metamorphosis. We've seen TB a bunch of times. I think this is the first time we've seen TB go first.
Oh, fade.
First skill level metamorphosis.
Denied.
Gets the salve. That's nice.
He's trying to bully Fade here, though. Yeah, I think we have seen level 1 meta. It's not been like hugely popular, but
I thought it's just been Conjure Image the entire time.
No, there has been some.
So you think he's gonna? They've pulled this camp, so it doesn't look like they're gonna stack it. But I feel like it's worth stacking that camp.
What, the small camp or the big camp?
The one they're at right now.
No, he just wants to get the pull off more than anything there. Like, because the thing is now the TP's just free farming under tower, getting levels by himself. Like, ET's not taking any XP here, which is really good because the TP gets to like level 3, level 4, and he can just always go into the jungle at some point, and ET can take over the lane anyway. And that's the point that he's going to be able to get the XP that he missed out on. And it's just so much more efficient.
It's just I remember a time where you'd go for as much damage as possible with that camp, and now it just doesn't. That kind of game plan is fallen off.
Do you think he's going to go Mask of Madness first? Then is that what you're saying?
What, the Elder Titan?
Yeah.
No,
Echo
it was
Saber.
more just about getting that extra damage and running at heroes. But I mean, yeah, if you want to go Mask of Madness, go for it.
Fade did get the pull off though, which is nice. He's going to try and Fade bolt this big creep here, I would imagine. But Super trying to chase him away.
I more so wish Ags was still the disarm on ult.
Oh yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? That Axe felt awful to buy though. Like you would never ever get it
because you were normally in a 5-position Elder Titan.
Yeah, at least the Axe
It
is
was never a
situational
priority.
now. Where like if you play against Meepo or something, like it's really good. Flywing go for really early Vanguard on the center, by the way. Obviously very good up against this lineup. They're going to go for the DOTA here.
They have a bunch of damage, but the magic missile just stops him in his tracks. However, mana already a little bit low, throws out a Mystic Snake, and with the Shadow Poison, they get the kill on SCCC. They lose September in return, but that is well worth it. And then the Invoker over mid, he gets into a lot of trouble. And then up top, Fade, he ends up dead. So aggression in all 3 lanes.
Yo, Observer, I got you, don't worry. I don't even know if the Observer saw everything, but you know, we just help each other out. It's fine. Do you know what? I feel like that's something not enough analysts do, where they don't call out kill to help their play-by-play caster.
It's hard, man. Because I have it right now on 2 screens, so I have what the observer's watching on the left and what I'm watching on the right. I'm trying to keep up with everything, so I kind of look at the center of both screens.
They've been very good so far this tournament, to be fair. Mid lane. Arrow.
And Disruption and the Arrow, but trying with some help from Bobica.
It's so difficult to kill him with this, like, 2 points in Quas, though.
Ooh, TB top. In trouble. Monet getting low. Cogs around him. One more shot. They get the kill onto this TB.
Big pick off. Like, both these heroes are so susceptible to just getting run down, though, right, by the battery shot. Like, I think ET would have died there if the battery shot was, like, 2 seconds less cooldown.
That should help.
Centaur 200 gold of Vanguard here as well. He's actually so farmed.
Invisibility.
Laning stage going really well for RNG again in general. This mid lane especially.
The Invoker 20 and 3 to the 31 and 11 of Setsu.
He's about half a level ahead on Setsu or so. I will say the Mirana does have a really nice attack animation.
They're going to go for him again. Arrow hits, not the longest duration arrow, but the damage with the Star Storm, good double tornado. Shadow Poison, 3 stacks, not enough.
It's still really good though, like they're pressuring him out of the lane, they're making his life really difficult.
Yeah.
And now Centaur has
skipped
his
Moonlight.
Vanguard. What does SCCC do, by the way?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's literally like, okay, I'm going to click him and just give him more stacks over and over again without doing damage.
Flywin's also a full level ahead of SCCC. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, but the Shadow Demon's been moving around a lot, right? Not really taking a huge amount, and they did get the kill on the Medusa before. I look at Fade here, like following Monet through the jungle, sealing his creeps. He starts pinging it, he's going mental. How did you allow the Rubik to get hit?
I'll remember that when I actually find out what Monet sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll only be able to imagine that voice now. They're going to go for a super here. He has level 6 on the clock.
Cogs. Should be an easy kill. They'll chase him down. Battery assault. Eventually, Elder Titan will fall.
SSS is playing this clockwork really well, actually. He's at top of net worth. Wow. You know, he's 2-0-0, but this guy is slaying. Bot lane, stomp.
They're looking over. Let's see if they can use the Stampede to kill off SCCC. Fable comes in, but September trying to land these Shadow Poisons, and Telekinesis slams him down onto September. Another rotation coming in. Fly went in too far, and now the Tornado hits onto September as well, so they're going to get not one but two.
No, really.
Shadow Demon.
This is great. Oh my god, Setsu's coming in here.
That is very risky, but he'll at least come away with a kill. Ooh, maybe more.
They have arrow in 5 seconds.
It's just not soon enough. However, the Starstorm again, it's so much pressure. They look over at Fade. How much damage does Super have? He has an extra 40, but the cold snaps in, and now his life is gone.
That's a really really bad fight by RNG, because now he has no leaps over Ref on Setsu here. Yeah, so XSS is just going to go for him. Like, he knows.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What a massive turnaround that is.
Something you don't want to be giving up.
And September going to try and leech some of the XP up here. They need to get the level 6 Shadow Demon to really make him effective here, because I feel like they're losing out on the rotation battles at the moment, right? So the Shadow Demon's missed out on like kill XP and things that he might have otherwise got.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
September
attack.
trying to get some extra experience up towards top. Elder Titan just places down a ward, and they immediately ping it out because they spot him place it.
Do you actually put the Iron Talon back in base and kept the PMS instead? That's interesting. Is that worth it?
8x strategy?
Yeah, but you get attack speed from the
Radiant's
Iron
bottom
Talon.
tower has fallen.
And you get the,
Dire's
you know, the
top
potential to
tower
farm
is under
ancients a little bit quicker as well.
Dire's
Oh, top lane,
structures
September.
are fortified.
Toast.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Immediately toast. This game's certainly not as fast-paced from RNG as the last one.
No, but, you know, one team has a DOTA, one team has a TB. I think this was always
Yeah.
going to be
Dire's top
bit of a
tower
back and
has
forth.
fallen.
They're still looking to get these extra levels on their support. September really wants that level 6, so does Elder Titan. Meanwhile, experience, I would say, is very favorable for Aster. It's got to be up there. Yeah, about 1,500.
They're definitely doing well. Like, this Invoker's coming back into the game again after he's had a bit of a rough start. And this Cormorana's like, she makes one bad rotation, all of a sudden, like, her massive lead that she had just disappears.
Not that the Invoker is completely caught up just yet, but
Almost.
You know, the Mirana's game is slowed down immensely.
Yeah.
Almost a Blink Dagger available on Flywin though, so at least there's that. You'll have
shot
that Blink
mid lane.
initiation.
Oh, there's an Orchid on the Clockwork.
Oh Jesus! XSS, he's already got an Orchid. Orchid is just being picked up by everybody these days.
I mean, I think we saw this yesterday as well, and it was insanely good. But
Radiant's
11
bottom
minutes
tower
in
is under attack.
on a Clockwork? Like, every hero dies now to a Clockwork rotation. That's insane.
That's... I don't know what you're going to do now.
Like, imagine if the Clockwork just finds the TB in the jungle. Luckily for him, he's going Yasha into Manta first before, like, instead of going drums. Otherwise, this Orchid would be so, like, devastating.
No, looking, they're smoked up. So now that they've got this Blink Dagger available, see what they can get with it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, and this is the biggest kill on the map if they can find it. Which is not going to get
If
gaze
they
off.
can, Earth Splitter and SCCC in some trouble. They're around him. They'll get the kill.
Huge.
And that's that Blink Dagger getting debuted. They've got the Earth Splitter available. They grab the kill. They get themselves the Medusa slowed down, who's top of the net worth. And it gives opportunity for TB too. Like, Monet's really got to try and farm up, get this Manta style as quickly as possible.
I wonder why he goes next against the DOTA as well, because it feels very much like there's one of those like Butterfly versus MKB games, right? For both these cores. Like, whereas if one of them goes Butterfly, does the other one want to go Butterfly or MKB? Because they, you know, both want to build both eventually. I think.
Oh, another time on the September. This Orchid has been doing a lot here for him. And they're going to try and turn on the Fade, but Hoof Stomp comes through onto the Clockwork. XSS gets the cogs out, and he'll try and TP in. Or TP out, excuse me.
The Ancients blocked the arrow from Setsu. Oh dear.
Yeah. Clockwork able to just...
This Mirana might die here if she
TP
gets hit by
away.
that Shadow Poison. Jesus. Fade's just playing with them here.
Yeah, eventually though, his time has come.
I don't know what he was doing. Like, yeah, if you hit the Mirana there again, you might get the kill, but it's such a difficult thing to do. You just end up giving your life away for no reason. Oh, he has Aetherlens now, then.
Farm.
Oh,
Dude, he's taking the top spot.
Look at Fade. Look at what he's done.
Oh dear.
He's finished the Aetherlens and he has an extra recipe.
We saw it. You can sell it as much as you want, but we saw it, Fade.
Radiant's
Oh
middle
dear.
tower is under
That's kind of
attack.
like one of those things where you just smash your, like, right click on the quick buy and stuff or whatever, your hotkey, and you accidentally click it again because you're clicking so fast.
Crimson Guard next for the Centaur. Hook shot, that comes in with the Orchid Fade Bolt, and now Double Edge taken from Fade. Telekinesis Double Edge, and eventually he'll end up dead.
Super was thinking about dropping the Earth Splitter there, but decided against it.
That's got to give away that they have the sentry down.
Yeah, for sure. But Clock has this Orchid up in, like, well, again now, but can he get onto the Shadow Demon? That's the problem here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're going to try and find whatever they can, but at least they secure the bounty rune. And Aster will see just farming away up in the top lane freely.
Yeah. It's been back and forth between Medusa and TB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is tough. Like, it just feels like the Clockwork has really helped Aster open up some time and space and take over the game a little bit. But Blink, Hoof Stomp, they've got the swap, Magic Missile, the sun's out on a Flywin. They'll use the Stampede to get the sweep onto the Clockwork. Now with the arrow, do they have the damage? Hook shot away. Really nicely done by
Radiant
XSS.
structures are fortified.
Well,
No panic, and
Radiant's
is just
middle
able to
tower
leave.
is under
I think in
attack.
steps he gets the Starfall off there. The Clock dies as well, but the hook shot going through him stuns him up. But still really good
Radiant's
fight for
middle
RNG. They
tower
take the
has
mid tier
fallen.
1 as well. They did bring all their heroes towards this mid lane for that, so Deuce is still just farming up the way in the top lane. Now,
Yeah.
almost 1,000 gold ahead of the TB. Almost has the Manta as well, actually. Well, I mean, Manta's really good on the Medusa this game. You need to get it up against the TB reflection, otherwise the illusion just absolutely destroys your own team.
Telekinesis, Fade Bolt, and the Silence trying to run. Sunstrike, Disruption saves him. And Setsu, not knowing how lucky he was with that disruption, not getting hit by the Sunstrike, but Fade, Earth Splitter comes in, and all of a sudden the turnaround, Setsu, he ends up dead. Down goes September. Fade finally falls, but 2 for 1 in favor of Aster. They've got the silence to have the cogs around, make it a 3 for 1 if this Elder Titan drops, and he will.
I feel like whenever I watch XSS play Clockwork, he plays insanely well. I don't think I've ever seen him have a bad clock game.
Tower is under attack.
And now the Orchids are back. Dude, he must be loving life.
Tower is under attack.
Toe-to-toe. Same net worth. Who's taking this this fight, Medusa or TB?
I think the DOTA does better just because she has the Venge to buff her up as well.
Dire's top tower
But it's close.
is under attack.
I don't know. Depends. I don't think... Like, if the TV hits the DOTA, that's never a scenario, though, right? Like, I think the supporting cast of RNG at the moment has got more to offer. Like, I don't really know what this Mirana's supposed to do. Like, Mirana doesn't help the TV in any way. Whereas, like, if the DOTA gets an Alacrity from Invoker, right? It's completely different.
We find Fade again.
Radiant's middle tower
A bad
is under
kill to
attack.
get here. He forces SCCC back as he was forming up bottom. He's got his man to finish. So does the TB going Scotty. And he's gonna get to this Scotty pretty
Dire's
quick.
top tower is under attack.
Already has one of the ulti orbs, and the reason the Medusa's just finished the Manta and going into the Butterfly and a little bit behind, it's just because he's gotten Mask of Madness beforehand.
Alright.
Hook shot.
Radiant's current
Now the Stone Gaze, and you look at the damage. They've got the sweep. They can't continue. Earth Splitter flies in, does some damage onto these heroes with a Starstorm. They've got a lot coming for RNG. XSS pops the Blade Mail, but he ends up dead. They've got the Silence now on the TV, but he'll purge that off with the Manta. Obica, XSS, both gone. They got the kill and a Flywind disruption on the SCCC. Illusion's hitting back. Illusion's hitting hard. The Ice Wall's down.
Storm.
The sweep is on a 3! Oh, dear! Super! What a baller. Schwan and Fade die. Telekinesis on a Setsu, but you've lost Fade and you're gonna lose SCCC.
Oh my God.
Bobica just bought back and he's dead as well. Slept up, killed off. Gone he is. Aster team wipe. And RNG so victorious in that fight.
Oh, I mean, super. What a fight winner. Like, the first stomp was insanely good because I think it slept 4. Right? Like, and then the second one just sleeps all 3 together, the final 3 that are alive. And you're seeing the problem. They have this disruption onto the DOTA from September on the Shadow Demon, but the reflection from TV means there's effectively 2 DOTAs fighting the
Radiant's
DOTA.
middle tower
Like,
is under
she's
attack.
killing herself. And he almost has the Skadi now on TV. Like, he's so far ahead all of a sudden, and so are the other 2 cores. Like, this Invoker has the first awkward reveal, and it gets just manted off by the TV straight away. And it's, like, completely useless. And that, I feel like the first Orchid reveal is the most important one, right? Like, you have these, like, 2 Orchids now, but they have Manta on Mirana, they have Manta on TB. Like, the Centaur's so tanky because he has the Crimson now. And he's going to go for this Halberd next, and it's going to make Deuce's life so difficult.
Shot on a Flywind. Chaos Meteor down in the cogs.
It's so
And
tanky, though.
he's eating a lot of this damage. Eventually he'll fall.
It takes them so long to kill him. Yeah, they get him, but they have to throw so many things, like double Orchid and all sorts. Like, imagine if that's a Centaur in the middle of a fight, like how much time he buys.
Yeah.
But good kill, nonetheless. And Skadi is finished on the TB now. I think once he sees the Deuces building towards the Butterfly, hopefully he does at some point. He'll probably change his mind and go for an MKB. But it's still a good BKB game.
Oh God, reflection and disruption. Medusa, sure. Keep getting stronger. Keep bumping up there.
But it's not
just throw that all back at them.
It's not just the Deuce that the reflection's good against as well. It's the Venge. Like, if you can get this Venge reflection, it gives you the aura and the extra stats and things as well. It feels really good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But that's why they picked the TB instead of the AM, though, right?
Smoke, hook shot, that comes through onto September. September getting low. He's also orchided up, so they'll get the kill onto the Shadow Team, but the damage onto the Fade. That's well felt. Stone Gaze, and they're fighting back. Bobica moving forward, has the swap on a Super. Super on the run. He's so tanky, and you look at the damage coming in from Monet. Bobica low, deafening blast only hits onto the Centaur, so the right clicks can still come out from Monet. Blink forward for the hook stomp, but there's the silence
disruption
out onto the Centaur.
Oh, there's no dust.
On the run. They just don't have the vision on them. But they're going to keep going. Flywind, I believe, has Blink in just a second or two, so he's going to want to jump in. And thought about it, but the tower does away with that.
Yeah, you don't want to dive through tier 3s when the tier 2's still up, guys. They can just take the tier 2 here with the rest of the meta and then back off. They're even going to scout out.
Hook shot.
Good stomp, though.
Oh, dear. XSS. He's taking a lot of damage. They got around Monet. He needs to find a Sunder target, but he's silenced. Tornado doesn't hit. The Fade Bolt from Fade kills off Monet, and they're behind this tier 2 and just throwing bodies in left and right. They lose set 2. They lose Monet. Super's going to die in a second. Fade Bolt comes through, and oh boy, RNG giving it right on back.
That glyph, by the way, on the tower just absolutely destroyed them. Like, tier 2s are so strong now, and when you pop the glyph and they attack so quickly, like, if you look at the death summaries, like, I bet they took a decent amount of tower damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Insane.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, and TV does change as well. He sees that the Deuce is going for Butterfly, instantly queues up MKB.
Dire are scanning.
If they get this Roche here, though, this is massive for Aster. Flywind's coming over.
Oh, good telekinesis.
Can he steal? Okay, but they're delaying time, right?
Bobica in pretty deep. Monet doing a lot of damage. Now they've got the cogs actually around SCC and XSS. They'll get the kill in September. They'll take out one, but they don't take Centaur's life. And now they're by the Roche pit. Let's see if both teams will stay.
They have no meta for 10 seconds. So they didn't really want to commit for like the rest of the fight. They just had to be patient. You see how tanky Flywind is though on the center. Like they're throwing everything onto him and he's just not dying. Gets saved by September, which was good. But I'm amazed the Elder Titans only died 4 times, by the way. Up against like a Venge Invoker clock lineup. They can just run at him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he has to die first with how important he is in these fights. Like especially around the Roche pit, where Elder Titan tends to be the king with a stomp.
Both TB and Marana are going MKB.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I think that's the right choice though.
Tetsu almost has his.
When you know, yeah, this butterfly's out now, right? So there's a really small window here where like SCCC is insanely strong just because they don't have the MKBs yet. So they might look to try and take advantage of that.
Game sim back at even though. From the 4K lead that RNG had, it goes back to even. What does a Clockwork have now? He's got Blade Mail, Orchid going into his Shivas, but his farm is certainly slowed off.
XSS is insanely tanky. Like he has this 28 armor to work with. Like the Blade Mail means like if they hit him, they take like incredible amounts of damage, especially the TB, because it returns 20% of the attack damage dealt to you. And TB is hitting hard.
Tornado, Alacrity, Schwan now on the run, 4 staff away as well as the Ghost Walk. So he's trying to leave. Hoof Stomp doesn't hit, but they've got the Dust. If they can keep up with him, now they should be able to rock a kill onto the Invoker and will.
Easy kill. And this like delays time as well, where they can't even go Roche on the Radiant side now. They're smoked up, going to look for something, but can they get Setsu? It's a difficult kill. I think they do see him here, yeah.
Yeah, telekinesis hook shot. The control is there.
Nice.
The kill is alive and well for him.
Perfect chain.
I got
stun.
it.
That was.
Yeah, I mean,
Radiant's
telekinesis
top
into the
tower
hook
is
shot.
under
I
attack.
just don't see a way to get out when you're by yourself.
He stole arrow as well on Fade, which is incredible.
Does he have full arcane supremacy? Yes, he does.
Not sure if that's long
Arrow.
enough.
Yeah, it's not that long, but it's still,
He's just so tanky.
yeah, it's still, you know, a decent duration arrow.
But the thing is, they just gave away that they have a ward there now. So they don't get the kill, but the big thing is they give away information. So now RNG are going to know that they shouldn't be playing around there. Who takes the telescope? Is it Shadow Demon?
Hook shot out onto the Elder Titan Sunstrike coming in.
Oh
But
my
the Cogs
God.
push him away. It's not going to matter though. They've got the tornado. They get the kill on Access S, and the damage coming through from Monet is very much felt as Aster now on the run. OGA, SCCC trying to get out of his grasp, and well, he popped Metamorphosis, and that's it.
XSS is a big kill though, so they might look to try and get more off of this. I don't know what they can get, but maybe the bot tier 2 or something potentially. I assume they're going to look to try and D-ward here.
Radiant's
guess
middle
ET
tower
is
is
Craggy
under
coat.
attack.
I'd really like to see this Morana get a BKB. She's going to be a little bit more greedy. Give the Dragon Lance instead, which is still nice. I actually don't know how they kill the TB anymore, though. He's insanely
Radiant's
big.
bottom tower is
I don't
under
think the
attack.
Deucer can do it by herself, and they don't really have any other damage source. Whereas, like, on the Dire side, this Morana's scaling a lot better than the Invoker because of the Iron build that she's gone for. I was worried about her early game, but now that you've got to this point where you have the Manta MKB, like, you are going to farm quicker, you are going to scale more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Byron
attack.
misses the stomp.
Hook shot and the Cogs, but there's the Force Staff away.
Who has the Force Staff? Oh, it's ET.
Elder Titan.
Right, okay.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I think Shadow
has
Demon.
fallen.
Yeah, he's just picked up his own Force as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Monet pressuring bottom. And
Yeah.
you got SCCC to come back.
Now they've taken the tier 2 as well. It means September could come in and take this out.
Telekinesis, Setsu in trouble. Stampede is used, but they've got themselves a beautiful hoof stomp from Flywing.
No
That'll
meta,
stun
though.
out 3. They don't have meta. They got the disarm with the deafening blast on a Flywing as well as Monet, but it keeps Setsu alive. And of course, as I say that, you see with the hook shot, the disruption comes in. They're around him and they'll kill him.
Boom, there it goes.
Okay.
XSS is playing insane. Like,
That's
this guy's just everywhere. He's
second
10,
life long.
3, and 9. Like, he's taken part of 19 of his team's 24 kills. But to be fair, so is Fade on this Rubik.
He's about to have 42 armor.
Worth pointing out as well, Fade has Centaur Stomp as his stolen spell, along with a Blink. So, could be some really good initiations here from Fade. Unfortunately for them, TB's just picked up a BKB and a double damage rune. Possibly,
And
you
as
know,
meta.
that might be an issue.
Oh, just one-shotting creeps.
As you do.
It's, you know, posturing and looking for Roche. One of these teams is eventually going to try and take it. It's tough for RNG, I would say, to take it, though. Or at least be the initiators on it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they don't have the
Radiant's
same
middle tower is under
catch that
attack.
the Radiant side do with the clockwork. They're actually going to smoke up here. Yeah, I really like this line that they've drawn on the map. That if they loop all the way around to try and get the high ground advantage, this could be massive. But Aster, they kind of sat on this high ground here. They're waiting.
Stampede used, but they've got the telekinesis. BKB's been popped by SCCC as well as Monet moving forward with the Stone Gaze, but Monet just walks around him.
They need a ward on the high ground.
Pop in just a second. BKB's going to run out in a moment, but now with the damage out on a fade, Swap comes in. Deafening Blast hits onto the Centaur. The damage from SCCC
Good ice wall.
is a lot and enough to kill Flywin, or is it? Finally, the Orchid comes in. They get the kill on Access. They look over at Bobica. That's a killing spree for Monet. Schwann on the run. He's got just a bit of health left. They've got the sleep on SCCC with a follow-up proof stomp. Oh my. They are really putting it together here for RNG, and they come away with 3.
Yeah, massive fight. And again, the disruption on the DOTA, she's just killing herself, like with these illusions. It's so devastating. She can't fight into them at all. And, you know, at this point, you're thinking maybe I need a Lincoln's or like whatever, but they have to get onto this Shadow Demon at the start of the fight, otherwise these disruptions are going to be impossible to fight against. And they've been trying to do that on Aster, but you know, every 1 or 2 fights that they don't do it, the fight's just over. And DOTA has no buyback, so it's just they're going to go take the set of racks and probably just head straight into Roche Pit. And if TB gets this Aegis, they're struggling to kill him once, never mind twice.
No. Arrow.
It's a difficult one to hit, don't worry.
Stationary target.
Oh, is he going to go for this? Like, Elder Titan's going to have to try and block the angle. I think he's going to go for it.
Now Faye's just dead.
Okay. They gave the Aegis to Miranda, by the way, which is probably the better choice. Like, I don't think TB's dying anymore. He has BKB. Like, he's going to be insanely difficult to kill. And as good as this Clockwork's played all game, you know, it gets to this point in the game, Clockwork's falls off really hard, especially when you go Orchid first.
Good job by Setsu to use the man to avoid that stun.
Yeah, so now they just have 2 cores on the Aster's side that are falling off in the Invoker and the Clockwork. And unfortunately, the DOTA can't solo kill the TV. She's going for a Rapier though, so you know, if there's one way she can do it, it's definitely that. You just have to move the Rapier out every time they... Oh, hang on.
Yeah, top. They find Centaur. They find him.
Here.
They can't kill him.
Yeah. Hook shot in 8 seconds, but it's too long.
Got the disruption, and they'll have the arrow to follow it up. That hits onto the Clockwork, but they've got the swap. They'll keep him alive. Double Force Staff, and Bobica ends up being the one who dies.
A great swap though by Bobica. He's been very sacrificial. You know, he is playing 5 Venge.
He swapped and forced them.
What a player. Getting his bro out.
Instead of the data was for TB, it's Satanic.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, he finished Hurricane Pike first though.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Does he... Oh, he's not 25. Okay.
So he doesn't have that extra attack range.
I'm pretty sure he goes range here. Seems silly to go Sunder cooldown when he doesn't really need it, I don't think.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're just melting this tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Tornado.
Come on, DOTA.
Not really doing much.
Radiant's top
Yeah, Medusa wants to stand and trade, but look at the Medusa illusion just
has fallen.
wrecking SCCC.
You know what? I told you they're kind of glad if RNG win this series, because at least the next one becomes really interesting then. Everything on the line.
It feels like Aster get exposed a little bit with this.
Yeah. This Deuce is about to pick up Rapier though.
But that's... I mean, isn't that going to just make you easier to kill?
No, I think she has to, because they need the damage. Like, the TB's not even going Butterfly, but like the raw damage is all they need in the fight. Yes, you have to be like wary about the Shadow Demon disruption and stuff, but no matter what you buy, like you have to itemize to win the game. You can't just itemize to keep yourself in it for longer. And he has to trust his team that they can get on the Shadow Demon and kill September off. Because if they don't, it doesn't matter what she builds. I think she still just dies. Thank you, other caster, who noticed that Dusa has a rapier.
Appreciate it.
Love that.
I've always wanted to just do that as well.
Yeah.
Like every different caster language pings it at the same time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Next time they ping something, I'll do that.
Radiant are scanning.
I think someone should purchase Mantle of Intelligence. I love it when someone on my team accidentally asks for item suggestions. You just start spamming it. Nice sentry down though there. Fade able to get out.
Bottom being pushed in by a TB illusion.
Like, this Evoke has a BKB, but I actually don't know what it does now at this point in the game, right? Like, it's still good, but... like, he's not really doing anything. He's an alacrity for the Dusa, it feels like, at this point.
Trying to get Dusa to 25 as quickly as possible. Buys out on that Tome of Knowledge. Meanwhile, tier 4 items being picked up for the side of Royal Never Give Up, and they've got themselves Spell Prism, which is great for the TB, Minotaur Horn, Magic Lamp, as well as the Witless Shaco.
I think the Shadow Demon takes the Minotaur Horn as well, or like even the Elder Titan's okay as well.
Oh, he's got enough frags.
Yeah, I mean he's massive on September. I will say that I'm really glad this TB kept Spell Prism. I think it's really good on him because not only is the effect nice, but it gives 12 all attributes and it gives mana regen. Like, why would you not take this? It's stats.
It makes the reflection a cheaper cooldown or a lower cooldown as well.
Yeah. Like Meta goes down to 124 seconds, down 20%.
So extra 800 mana has the SCCC on this Medusa. We'll see if it's enough. Down 17k. I mean, it's a long shot, but potentially possible.
Oh, they almost got the stomp off onto the Dusa. Oh, she slept up though. Oh no.
Oh. All right, good swap. Or Splitter comes in, hits the XSS as well as Bobica, but they've got the break onto the Clockwork. Hookshot comes in. That's going to stun up this terrible.
Oh, the disruption though.
Arrow hit onto the Invoker. Now Medusa doing some damage, but not enough onto the high ground. They've got themselves a sweep once again. The swap from Bobica keeps them back. However, they got the kill onto the Venge and earned a buyback on either Clockwork or the Venge. They look over at Centaur, and they just don't have the damage to get the kill with the BKB. The damage coming in on Setsu, it's not going to be enough. Fade moving forward. Starstorm's there. One more shot will kill the Rubik. Finally, he's dead, and now 3 are gone. They'll buy back immediately. They will go over at SCCC. Divine Rapier's down. GG is called, and that is it for Aster in this series. RNG take it 2-0.
I mean, considering how far down Aster were at the start of that fight, I actually think the fight went quite well for them. Like, they managed to swap out the Dusa, so she was able to stand on the high ground and just see the whole fight, right? And then because she had Stone Gaze running when she got disrupted, the illusions of her got instantly destroyed as well because she was just split-shotting them on top of the Stone Gaze. And so they died, and it was fine. But then this TB just turns up, and unfortunately she just didn't have the Stone Gaze left. And so TB just absolutely took her to town with the Sunder. Yeah, like... I don't know, this game looked really good for Aster at the start with the Clockwork and stuff, but they never actually looked like they were going to win the game, right? Like, they were never taking high ground or buildings or things. Yeah.
It was close for them, but that was it. Like, the net worth was even at times. Like, that was it. Just seems like overall it was never going to work out for Aster, and that gives RNG the 2-0. Apparently, OBS dropped at the end. I'm not sure if you guys saw the ending to that, but just some technical difficulties. If you just close your eyes and can see Dota in your mind, it works out every time.
I get that because I did lag at the end as well. Fortunately, I didn't DC, but yeah, like that last fight's just, Dusa standing on the high ground, but they were so far behind. It was basically like all the other fights you'd just seen just before, to be honest. Apart from it went slightly better for Aster, but it didn't really matter. A really good game by September. They won 5-22. I think he played incredibly well. considering how difficult of an Elder Titan game it is. He's been awesome. But I think this double defensive support, Aster really struggled to play against. Like, they couldn't kill both the supports at the start of every single fight. So no matter which one survived, they always had massive impact. And I didn't really like this Setsu Murata very much, but it did enough in the end. Like, it did a decent amount of damage still, so they had this semi-carry. And going into the late game, when you have a carry and a semi-carry against, like, just one carry, the one with the semi-carry nearly always wins.
Yeah, and so with RNG taking that, they secure themselves a spot, and it being told our OBS dropped. I don't know, I always read OBS and OBS is the same thing, but observers dropped. Yeah, we had a bit of a DOTA technical issue, and things apparently
it happens.
Went awry. It happens. I mean, hell, yesterday I had internet problems, so things happen. We fix them, we get better, we do our thing.
But I will say, it doesn't matter that the obs shot for that one at the end, because we knew they were going to win anyway. But the next series is where it's at, B-Cup. This is where you want the obs.
When you put your whole salary on it, of course, yeah. I mean, you got to be confident, you got to be ready, and now we'll have RNG up against SAG as the final series of the day. So they take a 2-0 over Aster, or no, sorry, Aster against SAG, not RNG against SAG, but Aster, SAG next. We'll be back in just a moment with that final series. It's win or go home, and win and you're in. So we'll be back with that in a moment. Stay right there.